good morning, y'all. Chris with a K here. Welcome to the best sports highlights. And today the topic is going to be about who is the MVP in sports. Yes, that's right, MVP in sports. And what I mean by sports is between basketball and football, because honestly, those are the only two sports I watch here in America. Sorry, people who watch other sports. I'm not saying that they're not good, but once you see basketball and football, you cannot not look at those, right? Some of the most exciting sports ever created. So, yeah, that's the question. Who's the most exciting person in sports? I mean, the most valuable person, not excited, but most valuable person. But exciting can be handed into that, can be in that conversation as well, right? Before I actually jump in, I just want to say, hey, if it's your first time to my channel, please make sure you like this video, comment on it, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, and share. There's only 5 things I just mentioned, and guess what? They're all free. My favorite 4-letter F word, free. Doesn't get better than that. I always say if it's for free, it's for me. But not necessarily. Not necessarily, but anyways, like that, depending on what it is, that's free, right? So yeah, let's jump into it. I'm just gonna get right to it. If you saw the title, it was literally who's the most valuable person, MVP in sports, between LeBron James and Patrick Mahomes. And I'm gonna tell you the answer right now. My answer, I'm gonna be honest with you, is gonna be right now, because of what's being done. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. The run this guy has put on, his second year in the league. First year he made the AFC championship, and then second year made the AFC championship. Now he's in the Super Bowl now. So first 2 years in the league, played in big games and stuff like that. And then first 2 years, he's thrown for a total of 70-something touchdowns, as well as only 18 interceptions. So his touchdown-interception ratio is redonkulous. It's redonkulous. You can't deny that. It's redonkulous. What else? Let's see. His ability that's going to separate him. Okay. Dragon Spears, MVP in sports is and swimming. Swimming I don't like. Fun fact, I'm driving to work right now, so I thought I'd do a video, live. I'm trying to sneak in more lives, throughout the day now. So hopefully before I go to work now, I might upload a video. Swimming's cool. The thing is, you shouldn't mention swimming right now because I'm driving, and I'm good, Dragon Spears. Right now it's 53 degrees, and you're probably like, oh my gosh, that's nothing. Chris, that's absolutely nothing. That's not cold at all. First of all, it is cold because why? I stay in Florida. I'm a Florida native, so we're used to maybe like 80, 70 on the best day. 70 is like the best weather. But 53, oh my gosh, my bones, my body is used to humidity and heat. So when the air gets cold and thin, I'm shivering up. I'm wearing a cardigan right now. I don't wear it. I usually am wearing sleeveless shirts all the time. That's basically how it's going down. So what are you saying, Dragon Spears? You saying, I think it's hard to call both of them have a lot of money in their team. Yes, I'm from Norway now. Let me check. Yeah, Norway's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. The reason why, just because what this guy has been doing. I mean, the one big factor that he has over LeBron that you cannot deny, because they both have teams that they have help on and stuff like that. But the one thing he has that you cannot deny over LeBron is that killer instinct. Obviously, basketball is more of a game where you can control what's going on. You play offense, you play defense, and stuff like that. And football is more of a team game and stuff like that. But Mahomes has that. Yeah, I'm gonna get to LeBron on that. But Patrick Mahomes has his closing instinct. He has his comeback killer instinct. So think about when he's down, he's not out. You don't see him with his head down like that. You see him like, oh, I can't get back in. And when he scores a touchdown, talk about a firecracker for his team. He lights his team on fire. He's a heartbeat of the team. Because a lot of people will argue, this guy has weapons like no other. Yes, which is true. He has 4 threats, and Kelsey. Oh my gosh, Tyreek Hill. You got the Hardman guy, who's a rookie. I didn't know that. And then you have Sammy Watkins. Two other four people can run a 4.2 and a 40-yard dash, so they can create separation. Then you got Kelsey, who creates separation. Then you have Sammy Watkins, which is a decent, good receiver, and stuff like that. But the thing is, you can have all the talent and skills surrounded by you, but you still need to be good or great to come through. To give you an idea, Green Bay Packers are my favorite team. Earlier this year, the Chiefs played the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers beat them. But the Green Bay Packers, they only have one threat on offense, and that's literally Adams. Well, two, which is Aaron Jones, but like definite threats is Adams. This guy can definitely have a 100-yard game easily. So here's the thing: the Green Bay end up beating them because Patrick Mahomes was out and Matt Moore came in. So when Patrick Mahomes came, when he came back, that's when they started winning games again. So yes, he has talent, he has an advantage over a lot of teams, but then again, there, how many teams that did have talent on their teams and stuff had advantages and still went nowhere and did nothing with it. So he's doing what the people he's supposed to be doing. But the thing about it, if you're looking at the games and watching them play, he's actually, most of the plays he's doing himself. Like if you look at the last game when they played against the Titans, when Patrick Mahomes made that 27-yard run, he broke tackles like he was Marshawn Lynch beast mode. Yeah, none of those other guys, they weren't really involved in the play because they were all being guarded. He had no one to throw it to, so he scrambled. So that was all on Patrick Mahomes. So he runs when he needs to, because like if the defensive line is rushing at you and they're playing zone, then it kind of like takes out your man for a second, because of the fact that if you have a front good D line that's rushing at you and they can get to you, but the zone happens, so it actually keeps people covered for a mere second. So you have to literally look and view ways in which that you can get the ball. So people can say what they want. Patrick Mahomes with his sidearm capability, crazy. He could throw on the run. So all the other additional skill, talent stuff he comes with is amazing, because he's a quarterback first, a passing quarterback first, and then he can run secondly, which I love about him. Oh, let me get back to this. Biggest criticism I have: if you ask who MVP in sports, Patrick Mahomes, Kobe, then hesitation, Kobe. I will go with Kobe over Patrick. Yep. Obviously he's retired. It's 44 degrees. Okay, 64. No, 64 is not bad. 15. So yeah, I probably would not live in Norway just for that fact. But then again, Norway, I heard living over there is nice. Nice and stuff, and all the cool stuff they do, which I wouldn't mind. I was going to a church, and the church is actually held in the Norwegian church. It's so funny. But yeah, the reason why I'm saying all this, because Patrick Mahomes right now is the best player in the league, and it doesn't look like he's being slowed down. I mean, I don't think no defense can really stop this guy. I mean, the cool thing, they're going against the 49ers, who happens to have the best defense in the league. They have 4 guys who can rush you up front. But the thing is, the 49ers, they're going to be forced to play man. They cannot play zone. I mean, they could probably get away with zone. I'm not going to lie. Because their front 4 is formidable, which can hold Patrick Mahomes at bay for a second. But then again, this man can run. Just when you think got him and cut off his passing, he knows how to run smartly. But they're going to be forced to play man just because of just the coverage. And Richard Sherman, he's actually in the argument with Darrelle Revis and stuff like that, because Darrelle Revis is basically out here as a corner backing. He can play cover, he can play man, and they say Richard Sherman's only like a zone person. He can't play man because he doesn't have the speed. And he said something about weeks ago, like, oh yeah, I don't get beat deep, but he got beat deep by Adams. It's crazy. Gosh, sorry if I'm not reading the comments fast enough because I'm driving. But here, let's go to the basketball side of things. Go with LeBron. Yes, LeBron's 35 years old and stuff like that. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. which is cool and stuff like that. But I think like people should be able to play up into that age. It's just people don't just take care of their bodies. So what's one thing you hear about LeBron James compared to most athletes? This guy spends like $1 million on his body a year. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but they say he spends $1 million on his nutrition a year. It might seem like a lot of money, but probably to him it's nothing, right? $1 million a year. Because last year, well, almost 2 years ago, in 2018 of that, I switched to a plant-based diet. And I've seen videos of athletes, Arnold Schwarzenegger go to plant-based diet and see how their body is aged well. Because I believe like athletes, they can probably play up to like 50 years old, honestly, if they take care of their bodies and they eat completely right. I'm talking about go completely plant-based, eat natural, stuff like that. Because the food and all this stuff we're eating is actually breaking down our body and deteriorating our body faster. So no one has noticed how the scale is tipped. In sports, there's more rules that's implemented, so so the players cannot play as hard and physical as they could back then. But people are more athletic as ever. So people are more athletic than ever, but guess what? The rules are making the game more cushiony, more handicapped. Allowing players to have longevity, but when players suffer injuries these days, they're more career threatening than back then, when basically your career could have ended more soon in the game because they allowed harder hits and stuff like that, and harder fouls and stuff like that. So it's very nutrition. Nutrition is the reason why LeBron is outlasting these folks. And they're like, oh my gosh, he's in year 17. Like, if you're taking care of yourself like a human being, this is my humble opinion, this should be normal. But the fact that people are eating poorly, eating more chemicals, which is actually breaking down the bones, milk from animals we're not supposed to be in our body, those things actually are considered, what I'm reading about, are more acidic, and they actually destroy our bones and don't build them, make them stronger. So a lot of stuff that we put in our body is actually killing it, eroding it, allowing injury to take place faster. Allowing like people to tear their ACL and stuff, because the stuff they're putting in their body is actually accelerating the rate at which they can get an injury and all that stuff, right? So that's the reason why LeBron. So that's what a lot of people have. Oh my gosh, he's in year 17. Like, yo, if people take care of their body in the natural, proper way. There's this guy in New York. He's 111 years old. He's 111 years old, and he only looks like 60. He's the oldest person they say in the U.S. right now. 111 years old, and he went on a strict diet since he was a little kid. His dad put him on a strict diet. That's all. He's never gotten sick or anything like that. He says, just because he just went vegan from a very young age. He's 111, walking around. He's not in the wheelchair, not on one of those breathing air machines. So think about it. That tops that. It's just people who don't take care of their body. One, most athletes drinking all this stuff and party. Alcohol kills the liver, and stuff like that. And the liver is one of the filtering systems of your body. And think of your body like this. Your body's like a house, or whatever you call it. In the house, when you're eating food, where do you put the trash? In the trash can, right? You have to take out the trash, because if you don't, it's going to stink up the house. And if it overfills, guess what happens? It overfills, it gets in the house, and the house starts to deteriorate faster, right? And you get rats and all this stuff. You can look at rodents and stuff like that as diseases. So think about it. Your liver is probably a horrible comparison. Your liver is basically like, one of the filters of your body. So it's like your trash can, filtering out stuff, getting stuff out. But guess what? If you're not emptying it, meaning keeping it clean, guess what's going to happen? And it goes bad. You get rid of your trash can, and you have no trash. You have getting rid of no trash can, but you're still putting trash in the house. Guess what's going to happen? Rodents is going to come. And in this instance, insects, rodents, and insects represent disease and breakdown, deterioration. So most of these athletes that go out and party don't take care of their body, just rely on skill, which can happen for a short period of time, but doesn't last forever. I'm gonna stop. I can read this. All right, let me go read these comments. Sorry, there. Live chat. Katie had top 5. Had Michael at 1, Kobe at 2. I think Magic's at 3, Kareem at 4. Kareem at 4, and I forgot who's at 5. Maybe Larry Boy. He's still in the video footage. I have to link it to you. This is also pretty recent. Chris, you can imagine Kobe played this year. He'd average 60 average. Kobe's just a killer. Kobe was tougher than LeBron. Kobe had to play against players that were bigger than him. LeBron's playing with players that are the same size or smaller than him. You gotta look at it. Kobe's playing, and then Kobe used to get fouled harder. Think about it. When he play, get fouled harder, he'll still do it. He had a mid-range game. He didn't need other players to score. You know. Anyways, Kobe had handles. He could dribble the ball. He had fundamentals down. LeBron James, people don't know this, but LeBron James does not have handles. Does not have handles. So like, if you're guarding LeBron James, guard him close. Do not guard him far. If you're giving him space, he's gonna shoot a 3-pointer or get a running start to drive. So whatever you do not give LeBron James space to drive. One, and he doesn't have handles. You can shut him down. Harden is a better offensive player than LeBron. He is. You know. Anyways, LeBron, he's a great player. I ain't not gonna lie. He's averaging 25, 10, and 7. You know, less rebounds and stuff like that. But we forget that recent years, LeBron has always had help. Even on the Cavaliers team, he's like, oh, he had no help. This man had Kyrie flipping Irving until like the last year Kyrie left. But he had Kyrie Irving. He had a Kevin Love. You know, he also had role players that weren't in their primes anymore, but they were still considered starters on other teams, decent players. It's not like LeBron ever had a complete scrub team. You know, maybe going back to his early Cavalier days, probably, maybe. I'm talking, he never had like a complete scrub team where like people on the team, there was nobody. People like, wait, we don't know them. He's always had help, LeBron, and because he's basically always had role players. That's the thing about LeBron. So here's the thing about him though. He's doing great things in year 17, the Lakers and stuff. But the Lakers, we can't lie, the Lakers are loaded with people. So don't front. They're loaded with people. People act like they're not. They're loaded with people. Literally, they have a starting lineup, and then the four people on their benches. Their bench can start on any other team, basically, practically. So we act like, yo, this man's not surrounded by help. You know, because I just get tired of the KD Golden State thing. They only signed KD, and everybody on their team was drafted in a team practically outside of Iguodala, who was past his prime. So the Golden State didn't really acquire a lot of role players. They acquired KD. Basically, that's it. And people never get on LeBron about, yo, this every time this guy goes to a team, he's always at least signs 4 players that are starters on other teams. They're good key role type-ish players and stuff like that. That's the thing I don't like. You know, but I guess because LeBron's LeBron, you know, they don't call stuff on him like when he travels, when he carries, you know, when he drives and he pushes off with his arm. So no one calls stuff, you know, because once I guess you're a big name, you get this privilege, you know. But yeah, LeBron James still good all aside of that. You know, his team has the best record, you know, second best record in the NBA right now. Last night they did lose, however. Who they lost to? I forgot who they lost to. Oh my gosh, I forgot who they lost to. But Anthony Davis has been out. You know, LeBron James only had 15 points. He didn't have a great game. The way to really stop LeBron James, honestly, guard him close. Take away his ability to drive. Guard the man close. Force him, because he'll pass the ball. That's the reason why I think he averages more assists, because he doesn't have the killer instinct. LeBron James had a killer instinct, he would average more points. They would have won more games. Definitely won more games. You know? And definitely he would have had rings. I mean, Dragon Spears, you're right. 33% win percentage in the finals. You've been in the finals 8 straight years. 8 straight years, a total of 9 finals I think you've been in, but you only won 3 out of the 9 finals you've been in. So to me, you can say all you want, but if your record in the finals is 3-6, you have a losing record, and others might say, hey, at least he made it. But like, yo, when he made it, he didn't make it. He got exposed the first finals when he went to against the Spurs. We forget about that with the Cavaliers. They got swept. The broom came out. He got swept. Let's see, another finals he got embarrassed by with the Spurs. Well, actually, no, 4 finals. So 4 out of the 9 been to he got embarrassed. Well, probably more. Well, the next one he went to the Mavericks. There's no reason why they should have won that against a Dirk Nowitzki and a Jason Kidd, who were both past their primes and they're old. So what happened there, right? I know it's their first year in Miami, but wow, you're LeBron, because he doesn't have the. If he had the killer closer instinct, he would have won that. Definitely, probably not the Spurs one, but he would at least won 2 games. He would have definitely had 4 with that, you know. Then not the next finals, but the last one in Miami when he went against his last one. So he lost that, won 2 straight. And then his last year in Miami, he had played the Spurs, and Kawhi Leonard and them came in and embarrassed him. I think they won 4-2, or was it 4-1? The Spurs came in because they beat the Spurs the previous year, but the Spurs came in and whooped that tail. Oh my gosh. Kawhi Leonard, he only had 13 some points. He was MVP, but he was guarding LeBron. So one thing about LeBron is that he's not an elite defender. He's an off-ball defender, meaning he can get blocks, on help defense, as well as get steals, which is off-ball, which means pass lanes, interceptions, type of steals. So think about that. Kawhi Leonard, on the other hand, he can guard you on ball. Kawhi Leonard is a better shooter. He has a mid-range game. He has a killer mindset. Kawhi Leonard, he could pass the ball, but it's just because he's so offensively gifted, he doesn't have to pass the ball as much because he knows how to create his shot, or like LeBron. So let's see, who else am I thinking about? But yes, anyways, so with LeBron, doesn't have a dribble move. Park brake. So I finally parked great, so I can talk. Buckle my seatbelt. Stretch. Oh my gosh. So I'm just pointing out all LeBron James, his flaws and stuff. Patrick Mahomes has his flaws too. So he got that finals. The Spurs came back and whooped them, which I think is the reason why they left Miami. He got whooped. I don't know why he went back to Cleveland. Didn't win a title. And then this is what I hate, though, that when they went back to Cleveland and he won that title, Draymond Green should not got suspended, because it was LeBron. It was that privilege that got him suspended. Come on. But anyways, got embarrassed, and then obviously after you won a title, he's playing against Golden State. I mean, Curry, Clay, they have 3 rings. So they won, they won 2. Yeah, they got 3 rings. So you got the Warriors, the Clay, Curry, and Green. They're 3 of 4 in the finals. No, they're 3 of 5. I'm sorry, I'm in the finals 5 times. One when they went the first year. 2 they lost to the Cavaliers. 3 straight with KD. So they're 3 and 5. They're 66%. Wait, no. Yeah. Wait, 5 times 4. No, they're 60% win out of 5 tries, right? LeBron's first 5 tries. His first one he lost. His second one he lost. His third and 4. So out of the first 5 tries, LeBron James, LeBron James is actually 2 of 5. So he's 40%, right? Obviously with 2 different teams. So you think about it, and then when KD came, when he got spanked both times, I think the first time they lost 4-2, then the second time 4-1. They got spanked, and I think it's just largely due in part because when it comes down to LeBron, he always needs to bail out player. The reason why he won his 3rd title only is because really of Kyrie. A role player that LeBron needs, which is not mentioned enough in NBA because it becomes synonymously. It comes associated with the superstar on the team itself. So you really don't have a role player that's usually considered a closer unless you're like a Lou Williams, which is rare. But LeBron, because he doesn't have that closer killer instinct, what ends up happening is that's what causes him the game, because he ends up always, guess what, passing the ball, dishing it out to somebody, right? I'm not. There's games he has closed. I mean, when they swept Toronto, they call it LeBronto when when it's playing against Toronto. But the Raptors, we knew they weren't a finals team. They were definitely a regular season team. Probably go somewhere in the playoffs, but we know they're a team that won't go all the way and win it. They just don't. So yeah, there's many times the man's got embarrassed, largely due in part because he's not going to show up in the big moments. Patrick Mahomes does, and stuff like that. So like Patrick Mahomes, they say he's the combination between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers 2.0, Brett Favre but he doesn't make the errors. LeBron James doesn't make that many errors, except the fact, like I said, he just lacks a killer instinct. If he had that, oh my gosh. If he had a killer instinct, oh my gosh. What this man could do, the damage this man can start and do, wow. Oh yeah, you can send a link to that KD video, Dragon Spears. I'll take a look at it during my lunch break. And depending on what type of video, I'll try to see if I can react to it live. But if not, I'll just react to it and talk about it, right? But anyways, so the reason why I put just Mahomes over LeBron is just because obviously LeBron has had a longer career, but I've seen so much more era and stuff to choose from compared to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, he has a comeback winning spirit. He plays smartly, doesn't turn the ball that much. After his injury, I thought, I was like, oh my gosh, his Patrick Mahomes thing is over, because the injury he suffered earlier this year is an injury that can affect people the rest of their life, but he came back fine, and he's fine. He didn't even need surgery, which was cool. And it's the second year in the league. Was this guy a first round pick? I don't think he was first or second round pick, but he came out of nowhere, and this guy's just winning. So yeah, that's who I think is better. I think it's Mahomes, hands down, just because of what this guy is able to do. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. He wins the Super Bowl, he'll be 1-for-1 in the Super Bowl. Win big. And yeah, LeBron, I think they're definitely going to go. They're definitely going. They're definitely going to be in the playoffs. Winning it, that's another story. I'm not sure about that. Winning the finals, I'm not sure about that, just because Kawhi has shut him down both times. And as we know, the Clippers right now, the Clippers are second in the West. They're 30 and 13. They're tied with the third best record. Them, the Nuggets, and the Miami Heat. The Miami Warm, I like to call them more because the Miami's hot. They're doing way better than I expected. So the Clippers are second best record in the West, tied third best record in the league. So if you look at it, and you think about it, this is why I say what I say. The Clippers, they've been doing a lot of load management. People hate it. I hate load management, but then again, hey, if your organization can get rid of the player and do people dirty, like how they did Isaiah Thomas, they cut him loose. After his sister died, he came back, had a phenomenal performance in the playoffs. They cut him loose the next year and let him go, and no one said anything against the Boston organization against that. But when a player up and decides to leave a team and go somewhere else, people are booing that. Like, no. What? I think Kawhi right now is not only the best player in the league, the smartest player in the league, because he's actually looking at the rules of the game and using them to his best of his ability. Think about it. He's playing chess right now while other people are playing checkers. Think about it. He's doing the load management. He's pulling the Popovich, what he learned from the Spurs. Why do you think they've been so successful? I'm going to do load management, because what only matters at the end of the day is playoffs. Yeah, people want to come see me do highlights, but guess what? If they don't see me live, guess what? How technology's set up these days, you could actually go back and view games and view highlights of games and stuff like that. So people only watch the game for the highlights in the first place. So how technology works, if you're missing this game, when you play this next game, you can always watch highlights or something like that, right? But when the playoffs come, that's what they're playing. The Clippers are smart. They are super duper smart. Paul George and Kawhi is not playing every single game together. Like, they'll take one game off, load management each, because Doc is smart. LeBron James gonna be playing all the games here, but LeBron's gonna be tired coming to playoffs. He's 35. The team is depending on him. Like, how their team set up, the team is solely dependent on LeBron. Which, I'm not saying this about LeBron, but he probably has his aspect as I want to be the person who runs everything on the offense and stuff like that, which is cool, but it sucks because guess what? When he's off or he's not there, the team suffers from it and whatnot. But then again, they have a decent team, a decent bench that's deep, and they can win some games with that. But you look at the Clippers, the offense in a sense really doesn't always primarily go through Kawhi. It can go through Lou Williams. It can go through PG. So they have options, right, of who they can run the offense through. So Kawhi is there he's a closer. He's a clutch guy, stuff like that, and make the defensive stops and stuff like that, and be a good defender. So Kawhi is smart because he understands the game and how it's playing the rules, and he's playing against that. And we might not like it as fans, but think about it. We have to give up. This guy's running MVP, beat the Lakers twice, has NBA champion in each conference, East and West, and was the Finals MVP. So he has 2 chips, 2 Finals MVPs, 2 different conferences. I would definitely say he's more valuable than LeBron because he doesn't have to put up the big stats. He just plays the big moments, and he makes the W's count. But anyways, I gotta go to work now. So I think Patrick Mahomes is better than LeBron just because LeBron. Oh yeah, LeBron. We can't forget this. LeBron James, he has a body. He has a physical advantage over everybody. Think about it. Of his position and size, if Kobe or Jordan had his body, 60 points. You think James Harden, 40, 50 points off rip. He has a body advantage. Patrick Mahomes, he's just athletic for his position and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Please leave a comment below. Make sure you like this, comment on it, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, as well as share this content. Let me know your thoughts. If you thought none of these players are the most valuable player and someone else, let me know in the comments below. I need to know your thoughts. This channel is just not about me talking about sports, but it's actually interacting with you guys and talking amongst each other about sports. Well, I'm Chris with K. I'm out this piece. Bye. Peace. Have a good day. I'll be back later. Hopefully, in some hours or so. If not, I'll catch you guys later on the day. Thank you for joining in, Dragon Spears. Oh crap. Sorry, Dragon Spears. I was just talking, so I had to Yeah, Aaron Rodgers disappointed me too. I think this is his last time to be that bad man to play and then win a playoff. So yeah, he's my favorite player. But all right, I will see you in a little bit, sir. And I am out. Peace.